Welcome to the light room. All right, we had to get our preliminaries ready, right? We had to set the room, set the pace, set the stage, right? I have two dynamic powerhouses here, right? But the two are actually one, okay? Because they belong to each other. But tonight, all right, we are live in the light room with the Jeremy and Tiffany Reed, and we're going to be talking about April is Financial Literacy Month. It is Stress Awareness Month, Minority Health Month. It's a whole lot of awareness. Autism Awareness Month. Just a lot of awareness in this month, right? And one thing we want to make sure you're aware of is how family planning. That's the language that I'm going to use tonight. Family planning. And I know a lot of times a lot has been happening. People are dying that have never died before. You understand? We're losing people that we've never lost before. And they're young people. Okay? They're young people. And I know people have died always and all of the time, but this just seems different. This just feels different. And, you know, we don't want people to not be ready when they're living or when they're dead, right? And so family planning is essential for building the generational wealth that everybody's talking about, that they're the one called to create, breaking all the generational curses. If that's you, then you need to be on this live tonight, right? Because you're definitely going to be sitting before some generational curse breakers, chain breakers, money breakers, or whatever you want to call it. You're going to be sitting before some breakers tonight. So if you are really serious about changing your family line, changing your own life, changing the existence of how things operate on this earth for you and your family, get in this live. Go ahead and share this live on your Facebook page. Share it in your family group chats. Listen, get your family on here. From your grandma all the way down to the newborn baby. Get everybody in here, okay? Because we're going to talk about the things that are going to impact your life right now. Okay, again, April is Financial Literacy Month, Stress Awareness Month. If your money funny, so is your mental health, right? You can't think right. You might, if you're not bipolar, you can feel bipolar, okay? You get all the depression. You get all the isms and the isms when your money is not right. And somebody would say, it's not just about money. But the Bible says money answereth all things. Listen, I'm just trying to tell you, you better have some while you're living. And when you're gone, you better leave some. Check into the light room. Welcome to Mental Health Mondays. I am your host, Marquita Dorsey. Certified life coach, mental health advocate, all the things you want to say, all the things you want to talk about. Again, we're going to be live with Coach Jeremy and Tiffany Reed, RVP, okay? RVP, Coach Jeremy and Tiffany Reed. So go ahead and check into this live and get the people in here. Remember, you can put your comments down in the comment section. If you have comments for this beautiful couple, listen, y'all, this is my upline too. These some beautiful folks. I just want y'all to know that. These some beautiful folks. Y'all got some questions, comments, some thoughts for my beautiful folks. And yes, we're going to talk about life insurance. Let me just go ahead and put that out here. Now, we are going to talk about life insurance, how important it is, how you need it, how you need to get it. And I just say this to you. While you're young, baby, while it's daytime and you can't work and pay that premium, go ahead and get you some life insurance. But I'm going to put you before the goats. I'm going to put you before the professionals, right? I'm going to put you before the ones that's going to open and close this conversation on what you need to hear. So go ahead and share this live. Get your people in this space so we can have this conversation, okay? They're in the green room. And again, I don't have drinks in my green room yet. But they may have some at home because we're virtual. So, Reed got his own drink, okay? So I'm going to bring them to the stage. Listen, drop your comments. This is an open conversation. This is a dialogue. And I told y'all, when you check into the light room, you're going to be checking in with people that you might need an appointment for. You might need a copay for. But when you come into the light room, you get to have them in this space at no cost to you. All right. Don't say I didn't tell you. I'm going to bring my people on the stage. All right. So go ahead and check into this live. Check into this live. Get your people on. Because we here. Listen, and y'all see my board, like we got a 3-piece over here, okay? This is the first time that I've had a 3-piece on the screen. I don't know how to act, okay? I don't know how to act. So we got Coach Jeremy and Coach Tiffany Reed in the light room. First of all, I am absolutely elated to have not just the coaches in here, but these are my coaches, right? And listen, I just say up front, I know I don't act right sometimes, but listen.
Elated. I like that word.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't act right sometimes, but listen, I can't even begin to tell you. So welcome to the light room, first of all, coaches. And the way things work in the Lightroom, I introduce my guests the way that I know them. Then I allow you to introduce yourself to the Lightroom the way you see fit. You can share as little or as much as you like. And so with that, I met Jeremy Reed. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, umpteen years ago, right? It's been a long time. Shout out to Portia Harris.
Long time.
Okay.
Shout out to Portia.
My friend girl in Memphis, Portia Harris. We met at New Direction Christian Church. Shout out to Dr. Spencer and the team. And so Portia was a licensed life insurance agent, and I was too, right? So when I moved to Memphis the very first time, just jumping out there trying to figure out something, I was working for L.H.E, right? But you had to have a insurance license. I didn't even know that. And so I went over there, interviewing for the job, didn't realize exactly what I was interviewing for, but they got me to the place where I could take my life insurance exam. So I passed the life insurance portion, but I didn't pass the health. And so for L.H.E, you need health more than you need life. But hey, they done paid for it. So now I'm a licensed life insurance agent. I was like, well, what I'm supposed to do with that? And that's when I meet Portia and run into Portia. And she was like, you should meet my classmate, my friend. I was like, who? She was like, his name, Jeremy Reed. So we go over. I think you were was it on Poplar? Somewhere down there.
Poplar at the time.
Yeah. And so Portia and I went over and we met Reed and signed the IBA, boom. And, again, I don't act right. But this is one of the best coaches in the land because, he still love me. He still trusts in me. And he still root for me. So that's how I know Coach Reed, Jeremy Reed. And then, right, I go and do my thing and I watch Jeremy do his thing. Then I see all of a sudden there's this real pretty girl. I said, no.
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who is this? I said, Reed done got him a real pretty girl, guys. Okay. And then not only that, y'all, not only did he give him a real pretty girl, next thing I know, these folks out here winning, celebrating, getting rings like on the stage together. And what does my coach do? Propose on the stage. You understand? Well, I keep up. I was keeping up. There it is. Look, Coach Tiffany Reed got 2 rings. Do not play with her. Okay. Do not play with her. So that's how I know. That's it. That's how I know Jeremy and Tiffany Reed. And now I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves to the Lightroom. Welcome, coaches.
Queen.
Welcome. Okay, so I'm Tiffany Reed. First of all, thank you, Marquita, for inviting us on your call. This is awesome. I've never done a podcast, right? So this is something new to me, but I enjoy what you do. I've even watched some of your podcasts myself. So I enjoy it. But yes, I'm Tiffany Reed. I've been in the financial services industry for about 8 years now. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. My last occupation was working for the federal government. So I tell people all the time I was working with the money, but not being taught the money. This is not no shots to the federal government. Okay. This was I'm just talking about my experience and what I went through. Right. So I was there for about 5 years and I paid attention to my surroundings. It was a lot of people there that were not educated when it came down to how retirement worked. They didn't understand the asset allocations. They didn't they were not able to retire. Right. They were not being shown these things. And I'm not saying that these things are not taught, but it was a lot of things that were missing. So I learned a lot about money coming in. Okay, so.
Might have to rebound, coach.
She breaking up. She going out. Okay. Mic check. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear us?
Yeah, you good.
One thing about this virtual era, man, your internet, somebody could be chewing on it at the same time, or it could be fast. And you never know. Okay.
You never know.
But man, I'm excited. And Quita, we never take for granted of anybody we get to speak in front of. And it's even better when you already family, personal and business. And we're just blessed to have you. And I'm like, man, okay, I'm like, we had this schedule for a minute. And it came, wait a minute, we speak tomorrow? Oh, okay, cool. We're in the Lightroom. We're in the Lightroom. And so never in a million years that I thought there would be in financial services. I'm a Mississippi guy. If you're in the Mississippi metro Memphis area, right, it's about the same. You were taught some of the same habits, some of the same things you go through. But You know, quit. I was an old ball player, and like any other athlete, you got one main goal is I want to make money for what I love, and that was playing sports. And I had never worked a job until I graduated college. So from the age of 8 to in my 20s, what's a resume? You know, some people say I got my first job at 13, 14, 15. Well, I didn't get my first job right until I graduated at 23, 24. And I realized, man, people do this for 20, 30 years, stuff that they don't like. But I
Right.
realized when you get responsibility, your responsibility don't care what you like. Okay. All it cares is who gonna take care of these kids, who gonna take care of right this woman or your wife or whoever the case may be. And you know, I realized I had to make something my new boss. So I pray for an opportunity. If anybody on here, if your faith and you know it's where it's supposed to be, or you know who your higher power creator is, I pray for something. You gotta be careful what you ask God for. And a lot of
That's it.
times it'll come in the form of what you don't think it's supposed to look like, but it's exactly what you need. And so, y'all heard my wife, Coach T, said she's been in the industry 8 years. I've been here 10 years, and it's been a blessing. You know, we've helped so many people. We've learned, we've grown, we've struggled. And the thing about it is, anybody that's in the entrepreneur space or business ownership space, they have to go through something. You're gonna have to go through a testament for somebody to be able to know where you come from, why you do what you do. And you know, we just blessing one family at a time, quitters. You know, we got servant hearts. Man, God has worked on us in ways y'all can't believe. But whatever happens in your life, I promise you, it's gonna be up to you. Because God had already done his work. Now he just waiting on us to develop and mature. And so we're just excited, you know, to just take this thing one step at a time.
Man, listen. Welcome to the light room. Go
Welcome to
ahead,
the
check
light
in.
room. We're finna get on.
We listen. Share the live. Get your people on this live. Now, listen. You can watch the replay if you want to, but you won't have an opportunity to ask the questions that you can ask while you're live. You won't have an opportunity to be in the midst of this fire that Reed is about to spit when you're live. I appreciate the replay watch, but I'm telling you, you want to be here. You want to be here in this live space, in this live setting, because the things that we're going to talk about, as you can already see, welcome back,
She
is
back.
life changing, right? It is life changing, and you want to be here. You don't trust me. You do not want to wait till the last minute to have these conversations. You do not want to wait till the last minute to have these conversations. So go ahead, check in with your green hearts. Go ahead and share this live. Be in this conversation. You can put your comments in the comment section. We will be able to view your comments and, of course, answer any questions you may post. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this live because we want to respect everybody's time in the space and get it started. And so, like I've said a couple of times, April is Financial Literacy Month. And we hear it all the time, especially in our community. We need financial literacy. We need financial literacy. People don't know how money works. People don't know about money. Like all of that. When you hear financial literacy, what does that mean to you, to the Reeds, Jeremy, and or Tiffany?
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
you.
Quita, I want to yeah, we can hear you now.
And she,
Quita, I want to. You referenced a statement earlier, and I believe everybody know it. You know, when you said money answers all things. So my question becomes, how many people do you know that got the answers?
Mm.
So financial literacy is I got to understand first, and then I got to apply, which is wisdom. And so we know different than anybody else. We may just be a little further spiritually and mentally because money come and go. You can have a bunch of money today, it be lost tomorrow. Why? Because of mismanagement. So I believe the literacy part is what can I manage? Whatever you mismanage, you're going to lose. And a lot of people are mismanaging time, and time equates to mismanaging money, financial literacy. And so that's kind of how we view on it. And you know, me and Coach T, we like some smack battle rappers, right? It's a privilege, fellas. If you on here, okay, the second most important decision of your life is who you decide to marry, right? Ladies, if you on here, he who finds. So he got to find you, just got to get out the house. So he ain't gonna find you in the house.
That's
Okay.
right.
you sure, Reed?
But
You sure?
I'm positive.
Need to
When
get out
you
the
are
house.
connected, watch it, when you are connected spiritually, y'all gonna see like, dang, they compliment each other so well, right? Behind every right, y'all know a lion. I'm the lion king, that's the lion queen. Okay, we got to protect the lion queen because She got what the family needs. The husband job is to hold together. So y'all gonna see us like some battle rappers. We're gonna be picking up each other words. I said, baby, what you want to eat today? And we thinking the same thing. I go, we in alignment, right? So I'm excited to do this business every day in life with my beautiful queen. So, baby, I throw it to you.
Okay, so if we're being real for a second,
I'm talking about how bad. Here comes the truth. Y'all get ready.
No, I'm saying everybody is in the money industry, okay? Because you'll be dealing with money for the rest of your lives. And so why not get in the industry or learn about money? Like you're going to have a relationship with money. It's either going to be good or bad, right? It's really no in between. Like you're either growing or you're dying, right? And so if you're staying complacent, you're staying the same, you're dying, because everything is changing when it comes down to money. You need to learn exactly how this stuff works. All right. So now it's time for us to be intentional about our actions. And so you've seen the headlines, right? The interest rates, they're unpredictable. Inflation is squeezing money out of everybody's pockets, right? And then the economic outlooks of things, they seem to change every minute. That's why we're serious about this industry, because our parents didn't know this stuff, right? Their parents didn't know this stuff, right? They knew, we're not blaming them, but they did the best with what they knew. What they had. And so we wanted to change that for our family in the generations to come. We're serious about this thing. It's time for us to take control. It's time for us to take
I don't know if they can. Well, I probably know they can. We can't see it. If you in the chat, go in the chat and put take control. Okay. If I go in the chat and put take control, you taking notes, right? On the live, put take control.
Take control.
Huge step to doing anything is you got to take control back.
You do. You got look. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic, and then I'm just gonna watch y'all flow in y'all essence, how y'all do this thing up here in the light room, man. I came through the door already, touching on all the points, touching on all the good things. And I love your breakdown of your definition or your explanation for financial literacy. Everybody always talking about the money. Like, are you around somebody that got money? Are you around somebody that understands it? Are you around somebody that's making the money? And if so, what are you doing? Are you taking the action? That's the wisdom, right? And so, because it's out there, like Tiff said, it's out there. It's on the internet. You can go and read an article right now. You can type it in Chat GPT right now, right? But it's what you do with what you know that's going to get you the money, the lifestyle, the things that you need. And so, thank you for sharing, like, financial literacy. On the replay, I got to remember to highlight this part, because I want that part to go out all over the place. Like, go out. That's financial literacy, guys, especially in our community. Okay. And then you said so y'all work together in this, because we're in our relationship series, right? And we're talking about healthy relationships in the Black community. And so the reason that it's a relationship series, right, is because shout out to Jamil. Congratulations, Jamil. Let me just add that.
My guy. That's my guy. Okay. That's my guy right there. My brother.
But I wanted to talk about relationships, because just like Reed said, like, just, man, y'all really put those things together. But I want us to stop fighting each other. And so, like 20, 24, 25, 23 on the internet, 50-50, Black men this, women that. It was everybody going this way. Okay, but we can't build anything going two different ways, right? A house divided against itself cannot stand. And so I was like, let's bring relationships full circle. So this year in the podcast season, we're going to talk about all aspects. Okay, and all aspects. And the fact that y'all do y'all business together, relationship, in love, in money, all the things, right? You like working with him, Tiff? You like working with him?
I do. Now, like, look, now listen to me. When we talk, we don't talk with no fluff. Like, we're going to give the real, because we want people to be real with us as well. Right. It's not like we make this thing look like a perfect picture. Everything is all right all of the time. No, like you come into this business, right, or a business that you're building, and you're with your spouse, you got your kids, you got things that you need to run together with the business, you got relational issues, right? You got a whole bunch of spinning plates and different things. So yes, it was a lot of times that we were bumping heads. Right? We really had to surrender a lot of things to God for him to get some order, to give us some order within our relationship, within our business. And so we were on our knees more than we were on our feet. And I'm talking about prayer. Praying.
Amen.
Right. That was something that my a good friend of mine taught me, like, Tiffany, get on your knees more than you on your feet. Need to be praying about this stuff. Like, it's been times where I'm like, God, I don't know. Look, God said, I don't make no mistakes.
That's
and
it.
He said, stop going to him about him. Come to me about him. Because he's not hearing me in my delivery. It's still some things that I needed to work on as well.
That's it.
Right? Because the delivery wasn't right. He wasn't receiving what I was saying or what issues I was having. Right? So when I started to go to God about things started to change. That's when our relationship started to change. We started to get stronger. Keep in mind, I haven't even said this part, but God told me, he said, Tiffany, I put you and Jeremy together for a reason. Okay. And he also stated that he said, I'm going to bring you back down because I'm going to be transparent with you. I felt like I was more superior in different areas, right? I felt like I was more superior. And God told me, he said, Tiffany, I'm going to bring you back down so y'all can grow together. And I said, okay, God, that's fine. You can bring me down. That's fine. For us to grow together. And when he brought me down, I said, God, I didn't know you were going to bring me this far down.
Sorry, I'm just playing, Lord.
I'm just playing, God. I'm just playing.
I'm hurting. This hurting. This hurting. This stripping. This pressing is hurting. It's hurting.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoy having a partner like my husband now. Like, he's a different person. The person that God has molded in him into being. Number one, he wanted to. He made a choice, a decision to get corrected. We were making choices together for the correction. We still have issues here and there, and we call it heated fellowship. Right?
I like that. Fellowship.
Heated fellowship. When we have a disagreement or whatever, but it doesn't last as long, now because we know to go to God quickly about things that's going on. But no, I love being with my husband now, building a business with him. I couldn't do it without him because he's the mouthpiece. He speaks with authority. He speaks with authority.
He does.
He knows this business, and I know that we have the right heart posture when it comes down to helping God's people. We don't play about this thing. And so to have a partner like that we can, move the same. We have the same mindset when it comes down to building this business, people business. So I'm gonna throw it to you, babe.
Is there some Kleenex in the light room? You show me that light. Is there some Kleenex?
Hey, go ahead, use that shirt, Reed. Go ahead, use that shirt.
Look, use this arm.
Don't use the arm there.
I hope y'all got the laugh box, your tissue ready. We finna go on a ride. I don't know how long we got with Quita D, but we're going on the ride. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all.
We following you.
I love, and most people in the rate that the divorce rate is increasing, we all as a community have to stick together to talk about the things that's uncomfortable. Like Coach T said, we don't do fluff talk. We don't do stage talk. We can never be smarter than the truth. And a lot of people are trying to be smarter than the truth. And the truth is, we all have to look ourselves in the mirror to go, man, what you need to change? And like she said, I wanted to. God said, seek me first. Then I'll give it to you. You don't say, I'm going to come to you because you think about it. No. So there were certain things, and even now I love it because marriage is work, but so is raising kids is work, building a business is work, working your job is work, dealing with undealt with, unhealed trauma is work. Choose your work. And so
Illusion.
I love waking up where I can have my wife, but I can have a business partner as well. I got a confidant, I got a counselor, I got a lover, I got a friend. But test over time. This stuff takes work, though. It don't happen overnight. Don't never believe social media, right? It's
Yeah.
media, which means media is scripted. Action, 1, 2. No,
Yeah.
look. I tell people, you want anything to know? We're vulnerable. We'll be transparent. Okay, we have teammates all the time. We had a conversation with a teammate, and when you leading people, I'll say this: it was much easier for us, especially myself being the male figure, to lead a team or to serve a team when I was intentionally looking to serve my wife and kids every day. It was easy to do it to the people that I didn't have to take care of, but the people that I still was responsible for. So I realized that the build a relationship takes time. It does. That when the Bible says the woman is the weaker vessel, not because she's weaker, she's more delicate. She's precious. So I had to learn some things that I didn't see growing up. And a lot of black men or even women don't have an exampleship of how a household should be ran. I realized, dang, why I can't trust my wife to follow me if I ain't got no vision. That's why she was giving me flack. Where you taking us?
Right.
Where are we going? What time frame? We ain't got all day. It's test over time. So when you in business, when you in marriage, it's leadership. The key to leadership is trust. And that T word right there.
We going so
The
fast.
part about it, Quita.
Let me get my fingers.
The part about trust is you can have trust for 20, 30 years, and in 30 seconds, it's erased.
Yeah.
People follow you because they trust you, not because they like you.
Mm-hmm.
You violate that and you lose the trust account.
That's true.
So Coach T always say, I just want to be safe. I want to feel safe. And the part about feeling safe is, what things am I doing intentionally to make my wife or my business partner or my mother, my father, my friends feel safe?
Yeah.
You are as safe as the account that you protect. What are you protecting right now? What are you doing right now? Watch this. Let me ask y'all a question. I have to ask myself this every day. Okay. What are you doing that's threatening your trust account right now? Any leader that's leading your life ain't no better than you. They just have been through some stuff and they've made a change and a correction in a time where they had to make it. And so I wouldn't have it any other way. She talking about she can't do the business without me. I can't do it without her. Marriage is like a crutch. Not a crutch. It's like a walking seesaw. Where we like this. We moving. And I'm like, oh, we up high, babe. Come on. The only way we stay up high is because we work together. The moment that one of the legs start to limp a little bit, we start to get a little lower. And you can feel a chink in your armor if you're not doing the work. So I love it because I can see my wife develop in the dark and she can see me, but when nobody else can see it. And I know she ain't doing it for clicks and likes because I can see the change. I can see the shift. I can see the spiritual and mental capacity that's growing. If we really think about it, most people that probably go to therapy, 90% of them is crying or hurting because of money that's taking over they mental. You said it, Quita. So spiritually and mental, the world suffer. The money thing, the financial stuff, we can get that stuff together like that. That's a decision. But so is making the decision right to do the right thing. So I wouldn't have it any other way, Quita. To be right, the love of my life, to go from, being in a place where we don't say the broke word, right? You ain't got no money today, but you got some ideas and some resources where you can have some money tomorrow or next week, right? You can start to understand that wealth starts in your mind. And poverty is a result of spiritual warfare. And a lot of us been spiritual warfare for years. We got some ideas, we got to give it. So in marriage, I can't speak for nobody else, but there's a certain favor that we get when we are aligned. When we mad at each other, and this is for free. I realize when me and Tiff mad, right, when we having some disagreements and some little animosity, and we decide we want to pray, I realize God don't hear those prayers when your spouse not pleasant with you. See, why do people stop praying? Because they don't get results. Why do people stop going to church or believing in God? Because can't nobody manifest God or Jesus to them. So we understand we don't play with God, people. And we stopped playing. I stopped playing with God people, and I started playing with my wife feelings. She was my girlfriend at the time. Thank you, Lord. So I'll say this to women: either you have to cultivate grow in a relationship with God every day, so your discernment or your intuition can be on point, so you can discern the fools right from the fakes to who really is right, or you got to allow God to correct that man when he is ready. And sometimes that's a tough place to be. So, J2 to enter the light room. Coach T, Coach Quita, one of y'all.
He know better.
I'm about sweating over here, man. My fingers working hard over here.
Just to let the parents know that anybody can do it. We got 4.
And he asking for orange juice.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
You know, he's
you know, we on the call. You know. You gotta smile like this. You gotta smile like this because you know you in trouble.
Man, I'm so glad, y'all. I'm so glad that y'all are coming from y'all are totally encapsulating everything that I wanted this episode and just this whole series to be about. And I'm glad there's no separation, right? When you both are talking, you talk about all the things into one thing, because you're not separate from yourself. Everywhere you go, you are. So in your business, in your marriage, in your lives as mothers and fathers, as leaders, you are everywhere that you are. And just the level of respect that you have for yourselves, for each other, it shows up apparently in your business, right? In the way that you lead your team, in the way that you do what you do. So shout out to both of y'all for what you do. And just, again, I'm loving him because me and my friends, we talk about it. Sometimes it's very disappointing. It's very sad. It's very disheartening, the conversations that we hear around relationships in the Black communities. And so for those of us that are unmarried, sometimes it feels like, what's the point? Like, where's the hope? There's no hope for it. Or you think that men don't think, like Reed was just talking. Man, listen, okay? To know, and I'm so proud when I tell people, I know people in real life who live the way it's supposed to be lived out. Like I know them in real life. I can touch them. I can talk to them. So just the way you all are out here, just showing up everywhere you go.
Yeah, we show up like this because God. Because of God, right? Because like I explained, we wouldn't be if it wasn't for God and his correction and redirection and him asking us to check our heart posture towards certain situations. We wouldn't be.
And right? I love it, right? I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Look, I want to add this. This is real time. You can't make this up. J2 asking for orange juice. He go in the refrigerator, spill my cup on the floor. Okay. My ginger ale. I said ginger ale. Not ginger ale. In the country. Ginger ale with a little lemonade. I had it frozen to the two with that little crunch, y'all. And he knocked, boom, I put it in the refrigerator, let it thaw a little bit. He knocked it out and he ran. I watched this. I said, dang. When you're in a place of desperation or survival, you'll yell at your kids for a mistake. And I said, dang, I ain't desperate. We ain't desperate no more. We may not have what we want to have all together, but I look at a place to go, dang, it's okay too. Daddy clean it up. Okay.
Yeah.
But money can control your emotions to yell at your kids when a mistake happens. Your mental ain't together. Maybe you tired, you working so much. You can be so quick to spark. And there's some situation, right? We go, well, you caught me yesterday. I didn't spark. So maybe the light room to shine some light on me. It's okay. I got another one. All right. So I wanted to add that because this stuff is real life, y'all. You look, y'all know if you raise a kid, you understand. Okay.
Man. What was I going to say? Because I think it was Crandall. That was the first place I heard it. Crandall would say, you know, having that money, that savings account, that emergency fund would determine whether you're in a situation or a crisis. I think he said crisis or situation or crisis. I think that's what he said. Having that emergency fund, so like you said, we're not in desperation anymore. And I know you probably was getting it all slushy and ready, but we can make it again. We can make it again. But there are some people who, when you lose the last $20 that you have, the last $10 that you have, the last $1,000 that you have, like that can be the breaking point. right? That could be the breaking point to your marriage, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your best friend, your job. Like that can be a real live breaking point. And so in honor of or in the awareness of financial literacy, I'm glad to have people in the space who know that number one, wealth starts in the mind. That's what Reed said. Wealth starts in the mind, right? And what comes from your mind goes through your hands, and the money flows and all those other things. So question, what are some common myths that, we can talk to or speak to when it comes about money, when we talk about money? And then we're going to just jump right into life insurance, because I like the way things are being mixed in this conversation. Like, ain't no layers. Like, it all goes together. So what are some common myths and misconceptions about money in our community, as well as life insurance?
That's a great question, Quita.
Yeah.
I think that one of the biggest myths is work doesn't attract money. And if you work it, this ain't against anybody, that's because you got to do what you got to do until you can know what is the right thing to do. So whether you work in one or two jobs, got a lot of stuff going on, we realize the work doesn't attract money. The management does. And me and Coach T are in a season where we're not only us, but you can't teach something that you ain't already doing. And so whether you attract more material resources to use for God's work on earth, or is determined by how well you manage what he gave you the first time. So the biggest myth is, I'm going to work my way out of this situation. But if the habit doesn't change, you'll stay in this situation for years until, like Coach T said, you have to make a decision that you want to do something different, that you want your life to look different. And so that's the first myth I get. Coach T, baby, I know you got a few of them.
Another myth is put all of your money in the bank, and you'll be rich. Just save your money, but not understanding the percentage that you gain on your money, and understanding that it's better to invest your money. Yes, like you could save your money, that's so you have quick access to it, but the rich are investing. They're investing. And so the banks, their job is not to make you wealthy. It's not to make you rich. It's for them. You're investing, they invest your money into the global economy. They make a higher rate off a return off of your money, right? And they give you the crumbs. So when you start learning the money game, you'll understand that that is not the way to go. Like, this is something that we have to be intentional about learning this information, so we can do better with it. That's one of the myths. Go back to you, Coach.
Boom, smack battle rapping. Here go another myth. We all knew this. We all know this one. And before y'all, we may have a few different people that's listening in. When you hear something, wait to get the perspective behind it before you judge what somebody is saying.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest myths I believe we all can agree to is, go to school, get a good job with some good benefits, and you can retire happily ever after. Show me somebody in your family that has ever done it. And if you ain't got an example of somebody doing it, may be a myth. And I'm not saying you don't need school, because we got some professionals on the call, right? You do need certain things, right, to be able to do what you do in your profession. But we just don't believe I got to get all the education for my profession and work to pay the profession back on student loans. Now, I'm going to be truthful. I got to call them for right now. I saw some folks. You got to May 4th. Wait a minute. Y'all thought, can I sell my degree back? Y'all finna garnish what? I set up a payment plan. I got to take it out deferment. See, we love to help people pay off debt, even our own, but that student loan is one on one. I'm like, so we got to pay it right now, even if you ain't using it. So if you in school, stay in school. School is cool. If you finishing your profession, your degree, man, we need you in the community. We need my doctors, my therapists, my lawyers, my attorneys, my teachers. But the myth is school don't guarantee a good life. It guarantees debt. Now, if you can take some education, apply it to their profession, you can retire based on a money amount and not an age, like Coach T talking about. The bank don't want to keep you wealthy. They want to keep you wanting, right? No, we want to put people in a position where we can educate the basics of investing. Okay, so yeah, that was right there. That's school. My student loans just calling me, so that's why that myth right there. right? Let's
Listen,
jump
they
it,
the one.
Coach T. Let's jump, right? What is it, Navy and Sally Mae, Elta Mae? Let's get all of
Man, that's somebody grandma read.
them. Surely, but watch this. We gotta pay. Some of us we gotta pay our grandma back before the student loans. Okay, Elta Mae to help you through half of college. Cash grandma out.
No, for
Cash
real.
out.
Get grandma her money. Grandma baby, get grandma her money. Man, you're right.
Now they got TT babies. Yeah.
Yeah, TT got a lot of babies. I got TT babies. Woo. So, man, you right though. And again, like, and to those of you, you know, we're all educated people on this space right here, but use some wisdom with that, right? Don't go on out of days of saying I went to school for the sake of saying I went to school. Okay, like if that's not a degree that's gonna make you some money or put yourself and your family in a better position, then you might want to consider something else, right? And that's just wisdom about it. Okay, those other things, when you got some hobbies are fine and cool, but when you become an adult, when Navians start calling your phone, when the people start looking for you, you're gonna need a passion that pays. Okay, I told my son, you find something that's gonna pay the bill till you find something you like. Okay, get the money first, and then what young dog say? Rule number 1, get the money. Rule number 2, don't forget to get the money. You play by these rules, and everything will be okay. Okay,
she made
you understand? Get the money. So, and again, while we in this space, life insurance, right? We'll talk about life insurance. Now let's talk about some myths. You know, and when I think about life insurance, now back in my day, I'm gonna tell you a story about life insurance. I had this life insurance man, and I remember him, and I heard you could hear the car when it pull up, like look out the door, you peep out the blind, be like, that's the insurance man. So I was in my house, ran to the back of my house and standing in my bed because like the window at the time was like high, so I had to stand in my bed to look. So I'm standing in my window looking at, he just knocking on the door, and I'm in my bed looking at the insurance man, waiting on him to leave. Because Brian ain't got that money for you. I ain't paying no insurance. So now the insurance man ain't even really knocking on your door. But I mean, I appreciate him. I paid it, but I'm just saying, every time I think about life insurance, I'm standing in my bed looking out that window. He just knocking down. That's the insurance man. That's what you want people to do, Reed.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna be honest. Even it made me think about Tom Brady when he got drafted when he did. And he said, "Man, I thought I was going to have to sell life insurance." And I go, "Dang, the life insurance stigma is just so ooh." What the reason why people don't want to talk about dying first? That's why me and Coach T, we emphasize on talking about living, right? Investing your money. It just takes time for money to grow. So when I pass, if it's before my family, I got to put them in a better situation. So when people know the perspective of life insurance, they look at it different. A wise man, and that's talking about male or female, leaves an inheritance to their children's children. Well, the fastest way to create wealth is life insurance. Why? We all have a death date. And I know the harsh reality, right? You don't want to talk about death, but we wasn't designed to live forever. We have a birthday that we celebrate. You pass your death date every year, you just don't know it. So how much do you really love your family if you checked out 2 weeks ago? People go, wow, I never heard it put that way. So there's a bunch of myths to life insurance. You can be your own bank, right? You can use it to do this and do that. Living benefits. Think about this, okay? And if anybody want to have a conversation, all right, y'all hit us up. Y'all know where to find us, right? We ain't hard. What Dion said, we ain't hard to find. Okay. Go to toe with the best of them because we believe in what we believe. If you can't believe something all by yourself, you don't believe it. So we got a crusade of belief. And the thing about it is we believe in giving people the biggest paycheck for the most affordable price. So you can have some space to invest your money so you can become wealthy. Life insurance is just the foundation of your game plan. So there's a bunch of myths to life insurance. I'll give this, right? Very simple and broad. People either have no insurance, the wrong type, or not enough. I got it on my job. You're going to leave that job one day or they're going to leave you. You need some outside benefits. Get with a professional, okay? Well, when I think about no insurance, the wrong type, or not enough, Quita, even if you have insurance, I want to give you some homework. Look at your life insurance policy. And here's how you determine if you have enough, even not even the wrong type. Because you may have to get with another professional other than your agent who sold you your policy to get another second opinion. Because if you got a terminal illness, you're going to go to some other doctors. Do the same thing in your finances. But do I have enough to pay off my mortgage? Do I have enough to pay off all of my debt? Do I got enough to put my kids in college? Do I got enough for a funeral expense? And most important, do I got enough annual income where my wife or husband or whoever can take care of my kids until they're 18? So a lot of people are probably underinsured even outside of the wrong type. So we just recommend get with some professionals. Update, look at your insurance. Look at your portfolios. The way the economy is rolling, you got one shot at life insurance to get it right. And you really ain't got that much time for your investments. If you haven't been investing, you got to start now. I don't care what age you are, you're hearing this message for a reason. So we are just here to just teach our people, okay? Help them get an understanding. And like you said, Quita, apply, which is wisdom, okay? Coach T.
Okay. So a myth with life insurance, you'll hear the younger people say this, like, I can get insurance when I'm older.
Woo.
Listen to me. Get it now. Get your insurance now, because you still have to medically qualify for it. I don't care what company you go to, right? If agents can lie on these policies and say that you're in this type of condition, this is perfect, but listen, everybody goes through an incontestability period, and if you've lied on that application, they have a legal right not to pay out on your claim. Get your life insurance now while it's cheaper. Sometimes you develop different health issues, things change in your life. We've had people to come to us and ask about life insurance after somebody has passed away. No, we've tried to talk to you about doing what's right and making sure that this is in place. Don't try to put these things in place when it's too late. Do it now. Like, we could spend money on everything else. Like, I don't care. Even the people that say, well, listen, I can't afford that. You can't afford not to have it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure that you have something in place. It doesn't have to be what you actually need, but let it be something. So your family is not in a financial bind if God were to take you, right?
Watch this. I'm gonna give another myth, Coach T, that people say you can use life insurance as an investment. Now, due to the IRS code, it is illegal to sell life insurance as what we call an investment. See, when people say, I pay all this money back, they're not supposed to get something back. That's a myth. See, I want y'all to ask yourself the question. On any insurance that you pay for, do you get any money back? Your car insurance? No. Health insurance? No. Cell phone insurance? No. So it is designed to protect the risk. The best way to get the value of your money is to separate your insurance and your investment. Okay? I know you guys got a lot of people on TikTok. You may got folks in your church or your community telling you a bunch of different things. All we tell people, don't take our word for it. Read your contract and your policy. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. It's just we weren't taught to be readers. Nobody, watch this. Most people weren't taught to read a life insurance policy. And if you got insurance, ask yourself the question, did my agent teach me how to read my life insurance policy? If not, why you trust another man or woman's word for your financial future? They got the license to implement. You could be doing something for a long time the wrong way. And the truth be told, money has been that way in everybody's family. So you got to unlearn some stuff like we did. You got to unlearn to be able to update. And life insurance is like the brick and mortar of your financial house. You got to make sure the foundation is ordered. Okay. And then from there, then I can start putting other pieces in place, budgeting, debt, investments, kids, college, other goals and dreams. And so, look, if you got any questions about life insurance, right, you know where to find us.
Let me simplify this before we end with that right there. But just a former Internal Revenue Service employee, right? What's the reason that we get a refund?
Paid too much.
Paid too much.
You're paid too much. So they're paying you money back, right? Same thing with the life insurance when they say they're going to pay you back all of these premiums and things like that. You've paid too much somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll pay you those premiums back.
Life
So they ain't
insurance.
just gave you nothing, huh? They ain't just gave you
No.
nothing.
They ain't just
Y'all know
giving
mama
you
say
nothing. They'll be
nothing
out
in
of
this world ain't
business.
free.
Let's
Yeah.
be serious.
Preach.
They'll be out of business. Let's be serious.
That's true.
If we
They'll
just
be out
giving
of
you
business.
stuff for free.
So how do you and that's the buying part, like that's the getting the product part, right? And so there's also this opportunity. And again, back in the day, the insurance was an older man, like an old insurance man. He's an older white man or a black man who then, started working in the insurance, trying to make a way for himself. But how, like, who should be insurance agents? Can anybody be life insurance agent? Is it a fruitful career? Like, why would somebody want to be a life insurance agent?
But
That's such a loaded question. Go ahead, Coach T.
yes, okay, I can start with this. First of all, we never thought that we'll be in this industry. I never woke up and said, God, you know what? I want to be in insurance. It is something that I want to do in my life. I know that we can um, retire successfully and leave generational wealth to our family. Never thought that. Actually, this is a industry that God actually brought to us, right? And I feel like the people that need to be in the insurance industry are the people that operate with integrity, right? The people that really care
Good.
about people. This could be your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your nieces, your nephews, right? We don't take advantage of people. We're very, very serious about that. We're not just fixing to put you in a plan because it'll make us more money and try to make you pay X, Y, and Z, because you make money in this industry and you get paid for real,
It's the most lucrative
right?
industry in the world, financial services.
Yes, you get paid for real, but you have to have the right type of, and we talk about it all the time, heart posture. You have to have the right type of heart posture when it comes down to dealing with people. You're dealing with all types of people. You have to become, if you're not a people person, and when you doing the work for God, you're gonna work with people. You ain't just fixing to be sitting around. So before I just throw it to Coach Jay Reed, yeah, you have to love people, and you have to do what's right, because I feel like if God has entrusted something that he has placed in your hands and you abuse it, and the people that he's called you to serve, that's on you. Their blood is on your hands. And so we take that very serious. It's not just about money. Initially, when I came here, I wanted to make more money in addition to what I was making, because, like Coach Jeremy said, it's the most lucrative industry. But you have to have a serving heart, and people will sniff you out if you fake.
So will. Quickly.
They'll sniff you out real quick, right? So
Man, that's some good stuff. And you see a lot of our people, the younger generation, getting into the insurance industry because of the money. And it's okay to something be revealed because of the money, but you won't stay because of the money. It will be because of the impact. And a lot of people are just seeing, right, maybe trips that people take or what they doing with a lavish lifestyle. And God wants us to have the nicer things. But Coach T contests to it, the integrity, the character, right? That stuff is like a statue. A statue don't change no matter what the weather is. And a lot of people that see people successful, where we come from, normally people don't want to teach you to do what they do, to have what they have. See, everybody wants help, but you can never receive help from somebody you jealous of. So I tell you, look, we're willing to help anybody. We're willing to give anybody a shot if they got a heart to change, right? They want to be coachable, and they want to make a huge impact. Money is attached to the impact. If you jealous of somebody, they can't help you. If you see somebody blessed, go and find out how they did it. If you anger, you hate somebody, you can't receive from nobody like that. You can never receive from somebody you don't respect. So the industry here has to be a respect and it's a trust thing. People have to trust you enough to give you their routing account numbers and their social. Ask yourself the question: would you give a stranger your personal information if you don't know them? No, until you know these people are here to help me. I got to trust them. I can't go nowhere else. Fear and money, though, don't go together. The mentality that people got to have that come into this industry, your mentality can stop your multiplication. Why is that, Quita? If you don't manage it, it will destroy you. Whatever you mismanage, I promise you're going to lose it. So I don't know about the whole industry wholeheartedly, but in the LionHeart organization, right, the Be the Light service, we take pride in what we take pride in. Financial services is just the vehicle. Everybody's job is to make an impact. People say, well, I don't know my purpose. No, your purpose is to make an impact. You just don't know your vehicle to help you get there. Our job is to provide the vehicle, but to also help you with things that are tangible that can't nobody take away from you. Because if they took your money today, what will people say about you?
Jesus. Ooh.
Do you still have the same spirit? Are you still operating in your spirit? Now that you got the same, the spirit don't change, but you can operate in your spirit, right? You can operate in your soulful nature, and the most deadly of them all, right? That flesh and that body, that flesh, it want what it want. Your mind, it want what it want. It'll tell you cut corners. Yeah. Nah, the way they saying it, nah, it's an easier way. It's not. Do it the right way, and when you do, I promise you, you'll make as much money you ever want to make.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all gonna have to watch the replay. I couldn't type that fast. I couldn't get it all. I couldn't get it.
We still got another hour to go. We could do this all day. We ain't got no cards. We ain't got no teleprompter. All right, look, look, this is fun. Look, when the spirit moves, we get to moving. Okay, I'm telling you, this is real. Can't fake this. You can't be. You can't have a quiet life in leadership. You want people to follow you. You can't be. I'm telling you, this ain't telling y'all what we think. No, what we went through, and a lot of it was self-inflicted. And the other majority of it is them trials are gonna come anyway. What's your attitude? It's okay. Yeah. If you're only happy when things are going right, you're not in the right place. What about when you're back against the wall? It's easy to be happy when you got a lot of money, when your health intact, when your kids right, your marriage blissful. But when everything is getting attacked, what do? And I love this, and this is relating to earlier, Quita, what you asked. I love that we're now in a place where even our marriage or business, if we have a disagreement, we still friends. We still love each other. I still want to serve her. She still want to serve me, I think, sometimes. Okay, I'm just playing. All right. But even if she don't, I'm finna kiss her feet while I ask for it. So y'all stop asking for stuff that you ain't ready for. Whether it's a business, money, marriage, whatever the case may be. No, God wanted to be beautiful, and the word beautiful means mature. You got to mature in some stuff, and it's okay. Don't look at nobody else's life. Your time coming. You just got to get this stuff in place. And so we privileged, it's a blessing. We don't take this for granted, y'all, to be able to speak in front of anybody, to coach any amount of people, to even have you a part of our family and organization. It's like, it is a real genuine feeling when you have a fear for God, which means you won't do anything to step out of your alignment. Number two, if you are married or looking to get married, when you're in love with your partner, intentionally looking to serve them. And thirdly, when you in your purpose, the triune, man, that stuff holds you together on a daily basis. I'm telling you, male or female, nobody can do it on their own merit. So don't look at nobody's life and go, dang, you don't know what them folks went through.
Okay.
You don't know what they going through.
Yeah.
We done. We've been on here 59 minutes. You know I've been watching that live time. I said we at 59 minutes. Quita said we got an hour. We done in an hour. We got another hour to go though. Okay. Yeah. You want some more? If you want some more, go in the chat. We want some more.
Man. Listen.
Quita, this is a wonderful host. Back to you.
If that ain't have Crandall written all over it, that was such a Crandall movie.
Back to you.
Man, I appreciate y'all. It did not disappoint. It was everything I expected it to be, everything I needed to be, and actually more, because I didn't know y'all was gonna be wrapping that thing up like that. But y'all, I was just here, right? I was a visitor today, and I was absolutely okay with that, right? Because when I invite my guests into the light room, you are the expert. I'm just here to learn and listen and take a few notes. Now, Reed, you was popping them things out like firecrackers, so they're gonna have to watch the replay because I just couldn't type that fast. I couldn't type that.
See, and I don't know if you have a second guess, right? But look, on the podcast, on season 2, we back again. Okay, we're gonna have us back again, right? Season 2 coming.
Hey, listen, shout out to Dr. Clayton Barksdale. Now, I do have a couple that are 2-piece, but Clay has been in the space 3 times. So, yes.
Shout out to Clay. Shout out to Clay.
Okay,
Clay. Real good dude. Shout out to Clay. Shout out to Clay and his wife.
The social emotional learning. So, he's doing a lot of great work down in the Mississippi Delta. Y'all might be a good connection. He and his wife, Rashida, like they're doing amazing work in the education system down there in Delta. So, shout out to him. But he's been on here 3, and I got a couple of other guests coming back through this season. This will be their second time. So I would definitely love to have y'all in the space. But, we've had our conversation, and I have my own personal experience about life insurance. So I know how important it is, right, to take care of your family at the end of the day. And then 2, when you're having those conversations, man, look for the paperwork. Let see the paperwork, right? And I know you love your family members and you want to trust them at their word, but you better look for that paperwork, all right? Because they may have thought they did it and forgot, or whatever the case may be. But put your eyes on that paperwork to make sure that they're covered and that you're covered. Because when it's done, it's done. There's nothing else you can do about it. Right. So,
I want to add this too. Not only on the life insurance side, but stop listening to people about investments because of fear. I see a lot of people on social media saying, pull your money down, take it all out. No, get with a professional, right? We're looking to help us not only on life insurance, but put people in a position, right, to actually invest, to retire on time, or to stay retired during this time. And so, Quita, we appreciate you for allowing us, to grace the light room. Can't wait to be back. It's been fun. We love you, Quita. It's been fun. This is fun.
Too. I've been in class, but I'll be back. I'm in class with Mr. Marcus. I think that's his name, Marcus.
The doors of the LionHeart Church are always open. Okay?
Come on in, guys.
They're always open.
And I'll just tell you firsthand, like I said, when I first met Reed, he wasn't married. But now that now that Tiff is a part of it, it is just even more fire. Like the moment I met this young man, his heart was there, like the passion was there, the intensity was there. And now it's just double because he has this beautiful woman on his side. And so they're together a powerhouse. And when I say this woman loves God and she loves people, it ain't just for no show or nothing like that. Like she truly, and
kingdom
talk
woman,
to her, or ever in the space with her, you can just feel it.
Real
heart goes to the heart. So shout out to you, honey.
I appreciate
love
you.
I got so much to say about my wife, and the next topic is gonna be straight marriage, relationship, right? Man, I can go. You just fired something up in me. Just ladies, if you're looking to be a kingdom woman, right? Inbox Coach T, right? Blow up. She got some gems for you. Okay, I'm telling you, she got some cold-blooded game for you. Bless your heart.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Bless you.
Man, I'm glad you said that, Reed, because sometimes it'd be a little iffy, and I was like with this because it is relationship series, and I just didn't want it to be romantic. I wanted to cover all the places, but I
we some hopeless romantic. I
wanted to make sure we understood. I wanted to make sure we understood. Black love is still it. It is still the thing. It is still powerful. Right. Yeah. So you all have, exemplified that power for Black love. This episode right here, is exactly what I wanted things to look like when it comes to relationships in this space. Because I think you're the only couple that I have for this season, actually. So kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all.
Well, I can't stop smiling, y'all. Like my smile won't move. Like somebody had take my face, and I'm just. Yeah.
Number one, you're in the light room. Number two, and the way you and your man are talking about each other. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm smiling too.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Look, I went out a little bit. You said we the only what? I went out. Somebody was.
You're my only couple for this season. I'm booked up till October, but you're my only couple. And I just, again, I wanted to, now, you say you can't be a quiet leader. You man, I'm going to go back to this. Nancy says she's smiling too. I'm going to go back through I always go back through my replays, but there are so many nuggets and gems that you dropped in this conversation, right? And again, to see this, right? To see love, to see Black love, to speak a different conversation than what we're seeing on the social media space. That's what you all have done tonight. So that's why you can't stop smiling, number one. And, you know, number two,
I can't stop smiling. Miss Nancy, Miss Marriott said they smiling and keep smiling.
All that key
all that key, you know, and we love to see it, right? And when we're in our Saturday meetings and some of these other meetings in the hierarchy, and I wrote notes down somewhere about like the ones that are at the high earners. These were couples, like the folks that were really making the money on the board. They were married couples, so they were in relationships. Man, we don't have to do this solo. It's better together. Yeah, better together.
You must be aligned, though. You must be aligned.
Must be aligned. It must be in your heart.
I love the journey and my wife. Yes, I love it. I love it. We're light years where we were, but man, we got way more work to do, and we along for the ride. Okay, we're along for the ride. So, love you, babe. It's been fun doing good.
It is.
Look at that. Nancy said genuine Black love isn't hard. And that is so true. Genuine Black love is not hard. It comes straight from the heart and goes to the heart. That is so true. And I want us to live in that, right? It ain't hard. You got to put the work in. The work might be hard, but like loving you, loving each other, that's not hard. She said, keep it. Baby, the folks
it's going to take
dying
daily.
Is beautiful, man.
What'd you say, Coach T?
It's going to take dying daily.
For sure.
Yeah.
So God can live in your relationship through you. You're going to have to die, and that's the part that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the part that hurts. Yeah, but it's worth it. It's a beautiful pain, right? And even to those of us that are single, to get to that light, whether it's a romantic relationship, a relationship with your business, your life, your children, your whatever the case may be, die daily so that the light of God can shine bright in you and you can live and you can really see some stuff, right? We all gonna be around here smiling, showing off. My daddy used to say, you got all your teeth. I'm glad I got all the teeth. You know, I used them all. So keep smiling, man. And I love y'all. I really do, man. I really do. You know. You stay here with me, Reed. You've been here with me, and it's just the way your arms remain open. Trust me, I absolutely appreciate it. I know I'm a little stubborn sometimes, whatever, but I do appreciate it.
You're not stubborn.
Thank you. I do appreciate it though, but man, I will listen. Keep your phones on, since Reed said he don't mind talking about it, because you know, as this podcast grow and the goal for it expands, that's my heart space. It is my heart space for us to look the way God intended for us to look, all right? And abundant, blessed, whole, healthy, healed together, you know, flourishing in love and giving back to the kingdom. The work is down here on earth. The work is with the people that we're surrounded by. So we can't skimp out on that. We all have, like Reed said, a date. But before you meet that last date, let's handle those dashes in between. So the work that you all are doing are giving you an amazing opportunity to handle those dashes in between. And I appreciate being a part of that dash. So
wow. That's awesome.
That's it. So I'm going to give y'all back to the babies. So y'all can go make juice and snacks.
That's why Coach is constantly turning off his camera, right? I told you we're transparent over here.
They got a timer. They got a timer. They did a good job for an hour.
Yeah, go get the boys some snacks. Go get them some juice. Well, I appreciate y'all for showing up in this space.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna be plenty of good nuggets. I'll let you know when the replay is ready, and be ready for round 2. Right? We're gonna talk about relationships.
We're ready right now.
We're ready right now. Stay ready. You got to get ready. Look, I'll tell you, we got another hour, 2 hours now. Look at these babies with juices. Take y'all a little intermission. We back. Little graham crackers, whatever they need. We back, baby. We back. But Quita, we thank you. We love you, sis. You know, we pray just prosperity of your business and your life and everybody you come in contact with. You in the season where it's now. Okay, and we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
And I know these calls are blessing everybody. So y'all share this. Y'all share this to get it out because mental health is very important. and she does this year round. So you're a blessing. And we need this. We need people like you.
Bless God for it.
Absolutely.
It's from the heart space. All right. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the other side of the camera.
Absolutely.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all. Peace.
You too. Bye.
Good night. Whew. Okay, told y'all, man. I don't even know if I was expecting all of that. I don't know. Well, I can't be surprised because if you know them, then you know. But my heart is so full. Like I don't think I could have asked for anything better. And one thing I appreciate about the way the Light Room is set up, we allow things to flow from the heart, and it flows the way it flows. None of our conversations are pre-scripted. I reach out to people according to their heart space and the work that they do intentionally, and we bring it in this space and we share it with y'all. So what you see on this camera when it comes to the Light Room and Mental Health Monday is exactly what it is. So what you saw from them today is who they are, is how they operate. You know, the LionHeart, again, we're welcoming team members all the time. So if you're interested, part-time, full-time, changing your life, changing the way your family looks, consider getting a life insurance license, right? Getting those securities license. Hit up Jeremy and Tiffany Reed. Hit me up too. I got you. And then I refer you over to Tiffany and Jeremy Reed. But yeah, no. Thank y'all for checking into the Light Room. Get your finances in order. Things are shifting and changing in this world, whether we like it or not, beyond what we can control. But nothing is new under the sun. That gives me more solace and peace than anything, that nothing is new under the sun. And so we're not the first somebody to have challenges that, look unbelievable, that look impossible. Honey, when you think about the people who came before us that gave us the opportunity to be where we are now, to be who we are now, somebody had to sacrifice something. Somebody had to put their hands to something for me to even sit here on this space to talk to you the way that I am. So who am I not to carry on the same, right? For my grandbabies, for my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, and not just in the long run, but while I'm here too, right? So let legacy, life, and lineage begin every day, each day. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. It's also Stress Awareness Month. If you feel something, say something, do something about it. Especially us women. Take those capes off, Black women. Save yourself, honey. Rapunzel, pull up that ponytail, put that thing in a bun, and go sit by the pool or something, okay? All right? Take that cape off, go your behind to bed, and drink you some water. Y'all have a good night. It's been Mental Health Monday.